welcome to the show. This video was about how to simulate 5G network and single Linux mission. So last video was about how to install the core network from the big three. And now we are going to watch about how to install the user equipment radio access network simulator. So that is called UERANSIM. So search it up in the Chrome and go to its installation page and just follow the steps what I'm doing here. So actually what I'm trying to do is, in last video I installed the core network and now I'm going to install the simulator, which is the user equipment simulator and the RAN simulator. So completing this the big three can actually run a 5G network inside your laptop. It's not more, it's more like a understanding phenomena. So you can use this to understand how 5G network protocols work. And there are some usages which can be used to understand how mobile how the IMSI number is registered, how it can be deregistered, and how can I control the user equipment from the core network, and how can I use the radio access network from the core, and like that how do I edit the files in the core network. So there are a lot of things. So now let's just go to the website and delete the already had subscriber. Now we're going to add the subscriber from the file that is given by the UERANSIM. Let's go to the config and this is the GNB. So they gave this is a default thing. So if you want, you can change and play with it. So if in case if you're changing, you also need to change inside the AMF file. So you can see it's already, since it's a default, I didn't change anything. It's 999, the MCC and MNC 70. Just like that, if you go on to the AMF config, the local IP address, loopback IP address is 127.0.05, which is same as your 127.0.05. If you are going to use a real phone, you need to focus on this part. You need to change everything like AMF, UPF, and SMF. So this is the IMSI number. Using this IMSI number, we're going to register the SIM. So IMSI number built by the first three digit is MCC and the next two digit is MNC and followed by zeros and one. Let's go to the web and let's register. We also need to register everything they ask, like subscribe identity, AMF. The thing is, since it's a default thing, we don't need to actually change those things. But if you're thinking of using a real SIM, you need to change everything in the website. So let's clear the page and go to the build. So this is where, since I told you ran simulator is also a piece of software, they give some things to run. Like stopcore is a script that I made in last video, which is used to turn on and turn off the services provided by the 5G code or by Open5GS. You can see my script start code starts the every Open5GS services. Now, first we need to open the, we need to turn on the code, and then we need to give permission for IP routing, IP routing. So this makes our user equipment to browse through the internet through core network. Let me come to that part clearly. For now, we started the core. That's all. The point is, we started the core network. Now we are just going to start the radio access network and then user equipment. The procedures would be like this. So first core network and then radio access network, which is the radio tower. And then we need to turn on the mobile phones, which is user equipment. So let me turn on Wireshark so I can see is data is actually flowing between those. Since again, I can't actually know, we can't see a call, we can't make a call. Instead, we can just see that data packets are moving. Since I see, you can see the things that has been run when I just give enter. So this is how UERANSIM can be used to understand the protocols. It created Open5GS OG tunnel, OG OSG tunnel, and UERANSIM creates the UE SIM tunnel. So let me come to this topic. Now, tunnel is nothing but it's a encapsulated data packet between user equipment and directly to the core network. From core network, OGS tunnel is connected to the internet. So I can use internet from the user equipment. Let me show you how it works. So this is one function. We can see the Chrome started from the user equipment and you can see the packet is being captured. Okay, then it means the NR binder is working. NR binder is given in UE ransom later. If I'm going to ping to Google from OGS tunnel to Google, you can see the packets been receiving. But there is no response prompt. That is a small problem that is created in using default configuration that can be caused by two reasons, which is the IP table is not actually done correctly or the masquerade isn't be done perfectly. So yeah, let's go to the GNB. Let's stop the core. And you can see if I stop the core, immediately the RAN is failed. It shut down. Same goes to the if I turn off the UE or radio access network. You can see, yeah, you can see if I just turn off the radio access network, the radio link is failed. You can see in the highlighted text. So this creates the error. Mm. So you can see it's normal service now. It's normal. There is no cell available since I turned off the radio access network. Now, since I turn on the radio access network, the cell is available now. Now let's see NRCLI. That's another tool that is given by UE ransom later. So the thing is, we need to change the IMSI number. Our IMSI number 99970 and then followed by zeros and ones. So this is the number we actually registered in the web page of the Open5GS. So if I just type, you can see. Yeah, if we can see everything is registered. If I just got to see the info. Also, they gave set of command. Let's see one by one. Now I'm going to deregister the user equipment. I'm going to turn off by the CLI command. Let me just add the extra thing which is switch off. Yeah, now it's turned off. We can see UE device is switching off. Signal lost. So I'm turning it on again. Now I'm going to see the status. So the status of that particular SIM that ends in 01 actually works normally and it's registered in the web page. That's what I can see from the status. So you can see the coverage. The signal is excellent. Since it's a simulation, that's how it works. You can also try with 2 to 3 laptop. Three laptop. One for user equipment, one for trade access network, and another one for core network. But just as I told before in the AMF files, you need to change everything to the particular IP address of those 3 laptops. This is a big thing, but it can be done in this software. Now I'm going to turn on 5 user equipment simultaneously, which is the dash N5. You can see. Now you can notice there is a little error. Let me give you time to find what error it is. So let me see the status of the error one. Yeah, you can see the error, it is deregistered, and you can exactly see the SIM inserted is false. Why? Because these particular IMSI number is not actually registered in the web page of the Open5GS. That is the reason we just got to see the normal service in 01, but no cell available in 04. You got it? So that's the answer for that. So now let's go to the web page and then add those IMSI numbers. So let me add the 04 and then 05. Since I turned on 5 simultaneously, in actually it is incremented just +1. And you can also add your random IMSI number if you just change the files and everything. So you can see. Now let me run it again to see if the error is repeating again or not. You can see the error is not received now, which means if I just go to the NR-CLI and see the status of the 04, it is now running as normal service. Let me show you the status. Yeah, you can see SIM inserted is true and it's a normal service. That same thing applies to the 05. It's true, normal service. And it's true. So this is something that you can do using this Open5GS and UERAN simulator. More can be done, and actually a real phone can be used using SRS RAN and a software defined radio. Before that, let me make a video on with the same topological design. Let me use SRS RAN 4G. Also in SRS RAN 4G, we can also simulate 5G with Open5GS, just like how UERANSIM was did. So if we just got to know the SRS rank, we can just try to make the real one with SDR and with real phones and real SIM. We can make your own private network. So I'm just trying to dump and check how many IMSI number I have. So yeah, this is where the video ends. So the next video will be about how do I connect SRS and 4G with 5G components to the Open5GS. This is a little harder because we need to change the files. Just like I showed you before, I need to change the files inside the AMF, and also I need to debug. There is a lot of things which can be learned for file editing. And also in UERANSIM, this is the maximum we can do, but you might not understand what I told. Like I might told you some alien language because you need to play with this. You need to understand the core concepts. That's why UERANSIM is perfect for this particular thing. And then we can move to SRSN, and then we can move to the real SDR and mobile phone. And also there is another 2 to 3 software which can be used to make a private phone call. Like if I just press 00001, I got to call another phone, which is the real user equipment. So this is the videos about simulating the 5G network in a single next mission. And thank you.